sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in week 4.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. 2nd and 11. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going for. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. But it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Down, they'll run with Chubb. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's brought down. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Chubb. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from his start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Bills are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a throw here to his running back. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hands it off out of the gun. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll try and throw for it here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Raiders nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now Chubb running right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, it usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Vargas.
This pass caught by Hamler.
Touchdown, Bills.
K.J. Hamler.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
Raiders nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
You give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
70, back 60.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. 32 yards.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Off-play action. Vargas under pressure, and they got to him again.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Vargas.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mustang 19.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is caught by Evans. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll run with Robinson.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Caught by Gates, left side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this is caught by Gates for a Las Vegas touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half.
And the Raiders get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 2. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to let this thing go deep for Gates. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking to throw. Vargas works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on second down. Vargas. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Chubb. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Run a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th and goal, here's the option. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
70, 19 Lions, back at 60.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
60 Bobcats. 18 Ryder, 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
65, 65.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here's another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want
rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Off the play fake. Vargas. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw. Vargas. This is Hamler on the receiving end. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bills 49, Raiders 21.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, he'll hand this off. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Buffalo, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to LA to take on the Rams.